How's everyone doing? I hope everyone is having an amazing new year so far. My video tonight is about plastic surgery for transgenders and the lengths they go to achieve and accomplish the look that I think some feel is normal. First off, I think most of transsexual women, including myself, sometimes have a, I guess, body dysmorphia kind of problem, I guess, no matter how good or how decent we look, a lot of us tend to overanalyze the situation. Therefore, having to make decisions that sometimes aren't in our best interest when it comes to body modification. Personally, for me, I've had no work done. Well, no, physical, like a broken nose or a chin implant or a cheek implant or, whatever. But I have had injectables done. I've had Restylane done. I've had Botox done. I've had Juvederm. Yes, they can be unsafe if not done by a doctor, a licensed plastic surgeon, which all of mine have been done through. And yes, I do go to the extent of checking their medical histories and stuff. And I think that is definitely important. Check their credentials, check if they've had any previous lawsuits, any previous complaints, check with the Better Business Bureau, call the DCCA or the licensing department to check everything, because that's really important. Recently, I've been given the opportunity to get work done on my body. As most of you out there know, silicone is one of the biggest things that a lot of transgender girls or women do to their body to get, I guess, the shape that they want, as well as it's basically a cheaper alternative, which to me is really scary. And that is something I've been dealing with, and an issue I'm thinking about or have been thinking about. But I've come to the conclusion that it's a scary thing. For one, silicone is just not, it's a foreign object. Yes, if it's medical grade silicone, the risk of an infection or a reaction to it is probably a little less. However, I've heard stories and I've heard a lot of things about people using floor wax, space silicone, or some crazy mess, or oil and water. It's a really scary thing. Personally, I don't think that having new hips is worth my life. I don't think that having silicone boobs injected is worth my life. I don't think a bigger cheeks, bigger lips, all of that is not worth the possibility of having a reaction to it. Or, what are the results when you're 40 or 50 or 60? I think a lot of transgendered women, we don't think sometimes about the effects of our actions today, which I think some of us should take into consideration. And yes, some of the girls out there their bodies are amazing. Like, amazing. Beautiful. But at what point does it become obsessive or too much? I've seen girls where their waist is this big and their hips are this big. I mean, a normal girl's body isn't, and it's not blended. It's just, it's like, come on. I mean, I'm not sure what the effects of it is. And by no means am I ever bitter. I actually personally like being a little thicker. I mean, I guess it works out with the fact that I've dated mostly African American men or like Latinos, Hispanics. So I guess if I dated a Caucasian guy, 9 times out of 10 I might have to get a little skinnier. And I do not mean that last statement to be racist by any means, because I'm not. But I just definitely think that the lengths that we go to become that perfect image of a woman is sometimes overstepping the boundaries, even for normal society. And I just think it's just something that a lot of us need to be aware of. And yes, being transgender, it's very expensive. A boob job, $5,000. A nose job, $5,000. Surgery, anywhere from $10,000 to $25,000. I mean, it adds up over time. I mean, yes, although silicone is a cheaper way out, I mean, please think of the effects. Think of how it can affect your life. Not only can you die from it, but you have to trust that person who's, one, not medically licensed to be administering something, such as silicone in your body. You have to worry about, are the needles clean? Are you going to catch HIV? Are you going to catch hepatitis? All of that is something that we should take into consideration, because our lives are important. But whatever your decisions are out there, please be safe. Personally, for me, that's not an option that I'm willing to go through. Yeah, I just wanted to make a video about that, and to wish all the other girls out there best of luck and success in achieving the look and beauty they all desire or want as a person. But just remember, you're more special than a quick fix. So I wish you all a good evening or morning whenever y'all see this video. But I'm gonna go to bed now, so have a good one. Mwah.